Hey everyone, Larissa here, just chatting a little bit about our meditation focus of the month. So, for this month and next month, we're going to be working through the beginning of the 8 limbs of yoga. And the first two of the limbs as the yamas and the niyamas. And that's what we're going to go over today is the yamas themselves. Stay tuned next month for more about the niyamas. But essentially, when we're talking about the yamas and the niyamas, it is our way of orienting to the world. Sometimes they're called the do's and don'ts of yoga, but what that does is it puts us in the frame of there's a right way and there's a wrong way. So just avoiding any type of like you should or you shouldn't. What these are is a collection of behaviors or ways of accessing the world that we can then filter through my decisions. How do I want to act in the world? What's important to me? Things of that nature. So the word yama is oftentimes translated as constraint or restraint. And that's where again like kind of like the do's and the don'ts, like refrain yourself from doing this. But instead of just restraint, the word yama more specifically means not allowing myself to be controlled by something. So instead of me trying to control something, I'm not allowing myself to be controlled by perhaps a belief that lives in my mind. Something as simple as I woke up and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't get enough sleep last night." If I believe that, that thought is now in control of how my day is going to go. So it's a little bit looking at how do we control our behaviors? Yes, but also it's letting go of control, letting go of things that are not allowing us to live to our fullest potential. So again, that's just kind of an overview of yama niyama. And the yamas themselves, there's 5 of them. And when we're looking at the 5 behaviors, I'm just going to give you the general translation. There's many different ways to go through this translation, and I really encourage you to come join us for meditation so you can learn more in depth about these practices. But essentially, we have these practices of ahimsa, which is oftentimes translated as nonviolence or non-harming. We have satya, translated as truthfulness. We have asteya, oftentimes translated as non-stealing. And it doesn't just mean don't take something that doesn't belong to you, but even paying attention to something like, am I stealing my own time by doom scrolling? And that's a question just for you to answer. But it's these types of things. How do we orient to the world? And then the last two are brahmacharya, which is oftentimes looked at as moderation, and then aparigraha, which can be simplicity or non-attachment. So we'll get into those in depth in our daily practices, but I just wanted to share an overview of what we're going to be practicing together and how we can really utilize the wisdom of yoga through these 8 limbs, beginning with these first two, to orient towards the world and then to look at how we're treating ourselves as well.